on a busy day. Given that you play in England and you're familiar with many of their players, almost all their players, what are your thoughts of facing England in the World Cup, and what do you think this can do for American soccer to have such a high-profile match on the biggest stage?
Are you guys able to hear me? Everything?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I think it's a great draw. Of course, playing against England is exciting. It was funny, first call I get is from Mason on my team, and we're already, talking, excited, looking forward to the game. So it's obviously, a big team, and I know a lot of these guys, but I think it's going to be a really nice matchup and something that we're definitely excited about.
Next will be Nancy Armour from USA Today.
Hey, Christian, thanks for taking the time for this. You guys will have really just about a week between when you're released from your clubs to when you guys have the first game. How much of a challenge is that? And what are you going to need to do in June and September to kind of compensate for that?
Yeah, I think things are obviously a bit different. With the World Cup going to be in the winter this year, we're going to do our best to get in the best shape as possible, and use those windows, like you mentioned, to get the guys together and train and get ourselves as well prepared as we can. I think all national teams are in the same boat. That's how it's not going to be easy for anyone to just come in and play, but I think that's what makes it so exciting. So just doing the best we can, preparing, and everyone just hopefully excelling at club level as well, and just getting ready for that main event.
Next will be Ron Blum from the Associated Press.
Christian, thanks for doing this. Do you remember when you were 11 watching the 2-10 game against England? Where were you? And did you ever allow yourself then to think ahead that one day you could be playing against England in a World Cup?
I was definitely watching the game. I don't even remember it too well, to be honest. It feels like a long time ago, but of course, it was a dream of mine to play in a World Cup. I never expected anything. I never expected anything, but to be in this position now and having a big game, playing England in a World Cup, it just makes me smile. I'm just excited for it. So I think we all are, and just counting down the days, really.
Next will be Jeff Carlisle from ESPN FC.
Thanks, Michael. Hey, Christian. You alluded to this a little bit earlier, but what's been some of the banter like with your club teammates so far in terms of playing England? And on a different note, what, if anything, do you know about Iran, and how interesting a challenge do you think that's going to be?
Yeah, like I mentioned, I only just spoke to a couple of them on the phone. Just laughing. We're excited. We were good friends, good teammates, and it'll be interesting to play against them in a World Cup, of course, as you can imagine. And as far as Iran, I'm not super familiar with the team, but it's a World Cup team who qualified, and they're going to be well prepared, I'm sure. And I think it's going to be a good test for us as well. So I believe is that our first game of the tournament? I think it'll be.
The first game will be against the playoff team.
Okay. Yeah. Well, either way, it's going to be a good challenge. Any team you play in a World Cup is going to be a good one.
Next will be Doug McIntyre from Fox.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Christian, for doing this. Appreciate it. Going back to England, just curious how much extra motivation there is. If you don't do well in that game, you're gonna hear about it for a long time. Playing in that country from your teammates, all that stuff. How much extra does that bring to the match? Thanks again.
I don't think that's what brings extra. I think a World Cup match for our country is all we need, no matter who it's against. I'm not going to be thinking about that really at all. It's going to be a good test either way. So we're going to give it all, and hopefully we'll be, on the right end of that time.
Next will be Graham Wall.
Hey, Christian. Thanks for doing this. Sometimes over the years at World Cups, the U.S. has been one of the last teams to play their first game. And this time y'all are playing on the first day of the tournament. And I'm wondering if you have any preference or how that will impact how you view things from the start.
I mean, to be honest, the sooner the better for me. I mean, I think it'll be good to play right as the tournament starts. Yeah, like I said, I'm just counting down the days. So I guess the sooner the better. I don't really mind. I'm just looking forward to it.
Next will be Paul Tenorio.
Hey, Christian, on that note of just kind of looking forward to it, I wonder, have you kind of gone through stages of realization as the days have gone on, right after the game, getting on the plane, getting home, now watching the draw, that you're playing in a World Cup, that you're this close to playing in a World Cup? What has it been like for you to kind of experience all of it and to be able to watch the draw, calling your buddies that you play with on who's playing whom, and just kind of be able to maybe soak in the moment a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had time to soak it in a bit. I mean, qualifying was an incredible feeling. It was really nice to go get the job done in that last window, and now that's a big sigh of relief. And yeah, now just thinking about it, I mean, you can probably hear me. I'm just excited. Obviously, I've said 100 times, and it's going to be a fun year in the build up to that, preparing, and obviously have a lot of club obligations too that's going on. So just focusing on that really at the moment, and yeah, we're allowed to be excited, and hopefully the time will fly by.
Next will be Katia Castorena.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, Christian. You, of course, play in England. You know the atmosphere. I was reading one of the headlines from the British press, and they are calling the draw England's American Dream, playing into the drama, bringing the heat. And it's not the first time that they've done it in the past. So just wanted to get your thoughts and just what you make of that build up to the match and what it will mean.
I don't know. I'm not like maybe necessarily looking at just that match like people are making it sound. I don't know. We need to be ready for all the games in the World Cup. Like you said, it's a headline. It's what people like to do. Creates noise, makes just people more interested. But I'm not looking at it like that. We're going to be ready to play. They're going to be ready to play, and it's going to be a battle. So.
Next will be Isabel Barker.
Hi, Christian. Thanks so much for your time. I heard you had a bit of a whirlwind 48 hours getting back from the World Cup qualifiers to London. I heard you had a bit of a rush to get the plane back here, and then now you've got to play Brentford as well. Just how are you feeling after that? Have you got a bit of jet lag before the game? But yeah, how are you feeling?
Yeah, it was a crazy last couple of days for sure. Being down in Costa Rica, getting the job done, qualifying, flying right back, and now it's about recovering and getting ready for what's going on at club level. And yeah, I'm feeling healthy. I'm obviously a bit tired, but working on that, and we'll continue to get rest and yeah, try to be ready for these next games.
Next will be Jeremy Langdon.
Yeah, hi, Christian. Of course, you know the power of the Premier League. How realistic do you think are England's World Cup chances? Do you see them as potential winners?
I'm not really worried about that too much at the moment, to be honest with you. That's our opponent, and we're gonna do our best to face them. It's more worried about what our team is gonna do, to be honest, is where my focus is at and where the team's focus is at.
We have Tyler Adams waiting, so we'll take one more, and it's Daniel Nora from Univision.
Thank you, Michael. Hi, Christian. How are you? I'm just wondering, now that you know your rivals in the group stage, what kind of friendlies are you imagining in the next months?
It's tough to say. I think they'll schedule friendlies that they feel are going to get us best prepared. Potentially similar teams, and maybe in some of the regions that we're playing, or yeah, I'm interested to see as well. I think we'll do a good job and prepare as best we can for our competition.
Thanks, Christian. We'll be right back with Tyler Adams.